then tides learn how to bend. Stars are the dust she shook from sleep. Each galaxy a hymn she mends.
Dear brothers and sisters, this would probably be one of the most confusing videos I'm about to make because right now I'm even confused. But that is okay. We are back to South Africa, Bruhaha. There's been a lot of things going on in South Africa. But today, I am so sad that so many people in this era still feel the need to show up where they aren't wanted.
Before they break and dawn waits quiet for her tone.
Cry.
Now, do you remember the name Chidinma Adetshina? She was at the center of controversy when she withdrew from Miss South Africa 2024 amid backlash and citizenship fraud allegations. After that, she came to Nigeria and competed in Miss Universe Nigeria 2024. She emerged the queen and went on to make history in Mexico City by finishing as the first runner-up to the winner. Now she's back in the news. Adetshina is now reportedly facing a fresh legal battle in South Africa, with immigration authorities seeking her deportation over allegations that she does not have lawful immigration status in the country. Now, according to a South African newspaper, Sunday World, on Sunday, the 25-year-old beauty queen appeared before the Cape Town Regional Court on June 9th following her arrest in the Summer Greens area of Cape Town. She was released on warning and is expected to return to court in July. South Africa's Department of Home Affairs seeks her deportation. An affidavit stated that Adetshina was already known to authorities from an earlier investigation and that officials established that she and her minor son were residing in South Africa without lawful status.
Well, the latest proceedings, follow an earlier decision by South African Home Affairs Minister Leon Schreiber, who in March dismissed Adetshina's application to review the department's refusal of her request for a letter of good cause. Now, Schreiber also alleged that she obtained a Nigerian passport while in Nigeria before applying for a South African visitor's visa, which was rejected after authorities claimed that she submitted a fraudulent bank statement. I thought she was born there. Now, the minister further said Adetshina was declared a prohibited person on December 19, 2024, making her ineligible for any visa or permit to remain in South Africa. Now, according to the minister, Adetshina had been informed in September 2024 that the department intended to cancel both her and her son's South African identity documents, but failed to respond. He also alleged that she later re-entered South Africa through the Lebombo border from Mozambique while presenting herself as a South African citizen before applying again for immigration relief. Now, the minister added that her son's immigration application was also rejected because it was dependent on hers and he had no independent legal basis to remain in the country. That is a lot to try to, go back to a country that doesn't even want you.
That doesn't want you. So, Judith was asking during the break that he thought that she was born, she thought that Chidinma Adetshina was born in South Africa. And I remember that was the claim we initially heard, that her father was Nigerian. But then don't forget, this is all coming back to 2024. This all came about because she was running for
Miss Universe.
Miss South Africa 2024. Yes. Okay. That would lead to the Miss Universe contest. And then they found out, or people claimed that she was not South African. And then I think the following year, her mom was actually also arrested because they said that the mother was actually using fraudulent documents. And so it's quite a murky water for me. But the point that you said is why are you going back to a country that feels like you have a target on your back.
If we remember clearly, 2024 was a year of battle for many Nigerians online. In fact, the battle dragged other Africans into it. Before 2024, if you are conversant with social media, you would have known that except the xenophobic attitude of South Africans telling people to go back to their nations, you would never see them banter Nigerians online. If Nigerians are having problems or issues with anyone, you will not see South Africans in there. The banter online had always been Nigeria and Ghana, not South Africa. However, the banter and the battle started out of the blue. Nigerians barely knew what went on in South Africa until the Miss South Africa pageantry brouhaha commenced. And at the mention of Nigeria, many Nigerians rose to war just to defend who they felt is their own. So many controversies came forth, and if there is one thing that the world took out from 2024 battle, it is that Nigeria and Nigerians can't be messed with if the citizens decide to get involved. And history took place when two nations battled it out via technology online, and the boat issue happened. Because of one Nigerian, Chidinma Adetshina, the youths of Nigeria went extra mile to do with South Africans online. It didn't stop there. There were some diplomatic tensions that took place then. Nigeria and Nigerians took the bull by the horn. We broke every protocol by inviting Chidinma to join the pageantry in Nigeria that was already underway, and we gave her the platform. Yes, based on her performance, she won. I will give her that accolade. She deserves it because she put in the work. She knew her onion, of course, and that was why South Africans were actually threatened or agitated. So when she came to Nigeria, of course it was glaring that the girl was very sound when it comes to pageantry. And so she won. Nigeria elevated her to her best just to prove a point to South Africa. Have you heard of opportunity cost in economics? That is alternative forgone. That was what took place. A lot of sacrifices were made just for this, our beautiful girl, to be elevated on the platform. Nigerians elevated her to prove a point to South Africa. Many Nigerians and African bloggers defended her on their platform. So many people used their platform to promote her to the world. How many videos did I make about this, our beautiful sister? Listening to Qinspride, your number one place for good things in Nigeria. There has been some recent controversies that became global. These controversies stemmed from the South African beauty pageantry. It was a tit-for-tat brouhaha. However, in the end, Nigeria made a statement, and taught some people some lessons. From being pushed around and being labeled as a fraud, to home affairs issues, to social media dragging of a young girl. I'm talking about Chidinma Adetshina, whom God blessed. From dragging her to acceptance into her father's homeland, Nigeria. From there, she contested and won Miss Universe Nigeria under Miss Taraba.
Black South Africa should focus on Orania and Clairefontaine, those whites and only towns. Don't focus on Chidinma. Don't focus on Chidinma. You've lost. She's already Miss Nigeria, and she's gonna go and do well in Mexico.
Yes.
Go focus on these politics. Go focus on the land. It's more Black South Africa. By the way, let me give you a tip. It's more important that you focus on the land than focusing on Chidinma. Maybe you don't know that, but perhaps we need to tell you this. You should rather focus on the land. Not on an individual. You need the land. It's more important.
Yes, try and get your land back. Try to get land.
Black South Africa, your minds are in private hands. Your minds are still in the hands of those that had it during apartheid. Perhaps you should focus there. Just a tip. Just a tip. Don't focus on Chidinma. She's already won the crown. She's gone.
She's moved on.
She's moved on. She's
Let
blinging.
her be.
Bling, bling. Yes. Because this freaking Black South Africa still had the audacity to come out here after she won the crown in Nigeria to start saying shit.
It's not necessary, man. Just leave her now. You forget about her.
It's
She's
not enough.
really moved on. She doesn't want to go back to South Africa. She said it in a podcast, I think 2 or 3 days before the crowning. She doesn't want to go back. So forget about her.
Look, very petty. Black South Africa is the type to start shit that they cannot finish. They started that boat for boat freaking challenge, and then Nigeria came out here and whipped them. They started begging on X on Twitter to say, please stop, we submit. And now they're trying the same shit. I have a lot of beautiful things to show you, so I'm not going to dwell. I'm not going to dwell on the things that had already been bygone.
Nigerians supported her en masse, voted for her online. She went for a Miss Universe competition. It was fierce in 2024. Despite the fact that she was ridiculed by South Africans and was openly announced that she's been cancelled by South Africans, Nigeria accepted her with open arms, gave her every platform needed for success.
Miss Universe Nigeria 2024 is no other than Miss Taraba. Now that you Miss Universe Nigeria, how do you feel?
I feel so amazing. I just want to start off by saying thank you to each and every one of you for the love, for the support. This crown is not just for beauty, but is a call for action, and that is unity.
And then, what happened? Later on, you decided to go back to South Africa. At a time the heat was on and xenophobia hitting hard. Dear sister, you deserve every negative energy you have gotten from them. And you will still deserve any other thing that they are about to do to you in South Africa. The world and Nigerians gave you the platform to walk out of South Africa with dignity, holding your head high and ensuring that you have a sound portfolio so that your career and your future career will be bright. Yet, you, dear sister, you chose to dent your own image. You decided to go back to the same hyenas who would do anything to put you to shame. You decided to rewrite the story of your life that already had a happy ending, at least in the face of the world. For crying out loud, can someone define? I need an urgent definition of inferiority complex. Whoever that pushed you to return to South Africa, even for a visit within this period, barely 2 years of your public humiliation by those savages, whoever that told you to return to South Africa do not like you. Dear sister, I love you, but you failed this one.
Tumbala,